Are we good? Are we live? Yo, yo, yo. I think we're live, right? Are we good? I think we're live. Yes, we are. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to get a community post rolled out. Give me a second, guys. There we go. There we go. How are we doing, guys? How are we doing? Can't see chat yet for some reason. My stream tab is bugging again. It doesn't like it. My YouTube tab just does not like it. There we go. Okay. I'm using just the regular stream tab, so might be a little bit delayed on the chat. But there's nothing I can do about that, I am afraid. But we are good. All ready to rock and roll. I said I'd stream on a Sunday, and we are here streaming on a Sunday. There we go. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a pretty chill day for me. We were supposed to record the podcast today, but Will is probably, as of right now, my co-host. Aben, what's up, bro? I was just saying, Will, my co-host for the podcast, he is probably right now on a flight to Thailand. He's doing some work out there with Bang Tao, I think, and some other cool gyms, filming for One Championship, so he's doing some cool stuff. So we couldn't do the episode today. We're gonna have to it'll be out tomorrow, so just apologies in advance for that. If you saw the community post, you'll know what I'm referencing, of course, but I do apologize for that. But it will be out in hopefully tomorrow evening or something. We'll record it then, and we post same day anyway. Yeah, sometime around there. I hope you're well though, Aben. What's up, bro? I'm trying to get it through my the YouTube Studio stream tab. Usually that works, but for some reason it's just hating my my stream. It just does not. There we go. Are we good? Yeah, sorry, my mic just disconnected there. That was weird. Yeah, 299 is coming up, boys. I'm excited. Did I watch the Manchester Derby, Dwayne? No, I didn't. Can you hear me? Sorry. So I'm hearing USB like glitches and shit. Nah, we're good. Yeah, no, I watched it in pieces. Mainly for my FPL team, for fantasy football, but no. Hell's Fortune, what's up, brother? How are you? I don't recognize you in chat. Dwayne neither, actually. Apologies if you have been in it before, but I do not recognize you guys. Hope you're well. Because you've lost to a 5th round disgraceful. Yeah, I saw someone on Twitter post that first thing. The first thing he did was just slam his head into the cage, and I was like, here we are. And I will say, actually, I did make a post. We had a clip from the podcast that did some traction on the MMA Creators podcast page on Instagram. And I said that heavyweight main events should be banned, and it cut off. I was meant to say for fight night heavyweight main events, obviously not for the big dogs like Tom Aspinall and the actual good fighters, but like fight night heavyweight main events are so pointless because they never go past the 3rd round, and if they do, they're completely worthless. I got loads of flack for that, loads. But for me, it was just proven right because the standard in that heavyweight main event kind of sucked. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Vinicius KO yesterday was scary. I've been watching a lot of the Casuals Guide. Thank you, bro. They're old videos, though. I appreciate that. A lot of them will probably be out of date, but thank you, though. I mean, that was obviously what those videos sort of got my channel on the map at the start. We've pivoted a little bit away from that, but I did really enjoy making them. So I'm glad you've been checking them out. But the new stuff is a lot better, I will say. Because even the same echelon as Abus, yeah, fraud check, bro. Massive. I've been here once after the second as Volkanovski fight. Yeah, sorry about that, Dwayne. I do try and keep track of everyone. Obviously, there's going to be a limit to my brain there, but appreciate it. Mexican Food Truck, what's up? Favorite Swedish MMA channel? I ain't Swedish, bro. I don't know if that's you. Probably Mexican. I know what you're like, bro. You love a bit of trolling, so I'm assuming that's some sort of bait that I am falling for right now. But thank you either way for the compliment. Yeah, my stream tab is it just doesn't play nice at all. I really don't know why. Is it going to work now? Are we going to... As it got closer to the main event, I started to realize, wait, wasn't Kaziev gassing against Bidet? Yeah. I know. I mean, that's what happens when you get guys like that. They just tend to just dip out and sort of peter away. I will say, Rosenstrike looked pretty good, pretty disciplined. Did what he needed to do. Okay, now my stream tab is working, I think. I can actually see the chat. Cool. There we go. What made it funny is that he couldn't even see a reason. He couldn't say... He tried to say he couldn't see as a reason he couldn't continue. We knew he was gassing to go out. Yeah, it's hard to say, though, because they are professional fighters. You'd expect them not to take the easy way out, but you never really know. I won't rule out either option, you know? It was, yeah, it was a bit of a dampener on what was actually a really fun card. I have to say, some crazy knockouts in there. It's always the sleeper cards, boys. How many times have I said that on this stream? It's the sleeper cards that are the ones that just, they bang the most. And oftentimes you get these stacked pay-per-views which just don't really do anything. They don't hit the soul. But I have to say, overall, pretty fun card yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. God, I'm losing my mind. It was earlier, that's why. It was earlier than usual. Threw me off. I could go to bed at a reasonable time. When Rosenstrike was throwing combos that looked fluid, yeah, I didn't do that many times. Yeah, I mean, he fought behind the jab quite a lot, which I don't really expect for a heavyweight. It's quite a rare thing. But it's just, to me, every time I see guys like that fight, no offense to them, but it just shows the levels between those guys, which is most of the heavyweight division. And then you look at the top levels, guys like Cyril Gahn, who may be a bit one-dimensional on grappling, but in terms of on the feet, because guys like Tom Aspinall, John Jones as well. Let's throw him in there as well, of course. You know, the difference is staggering. It really is. Supposed to be in Saudi Arabia, so time zones were off. That makes sense. I mean, it was good for me, UK fan, bro. I was watching, all finished at 11:30 p.m. for me. Beautiful. Pineapple, what's up, bro? Good to see you. How are you, brother? Hope you're well. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Yeah, I've been chipping away at the you know, I mentioned on stream, if you guys were here maybe a week or two ago, I mentioned the history of the UFC video I'm doing, my big mega project, if you will. Probably looking like an hour long, maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more. I don't really know yet. I've been chipping away at the script of that today, and I'm going to do a little bit more on it later. I might be a week where I did realize I messed my scheduling up, so there won't be a Casual's Guide to 299. That was meant to be where the Seven Sins video was. I didn't realize I got my schedules completely wrong for that, and I don't want to post it a day before the fights because it will just get no traction. So I probably won't do that, but I will do one for... Will I do one for 300? I only say that because the week before UFC 300 is when I'm planning to release my history of the UFC video. So I'm not sure when the next Casual's Guide to an event will be, but they will be a regular series going forward. These are just sort of one-off issues I'm having just with scheduling. So, yeah. What's next for Matt Schnell? Fun fights, bro. He's always game as hell. You win or lose, Matt Schnell's always fun to watch. Yeah, his chin is a bit sus. But you say that, but he is fun. I don't think maybe he should retire. I suppose if you're talking about longevity, then yeah. But he's fun to watch. You got me? Yeah. If you watch the fight again, you see the big guy's mouth tremble in pain. Those jabs didn't look like much. Of course they hurt, bro. Yeah. I mean, bro, these guys pack like huge power in their hands. I nearly went sus there with it. I had to be careful. Matt's been finished by like every top guy in the division. Yeah, he's not elite level. But hey, if he's on the end of highlight reels, I ain't going to complain. It's fun to watch. I know my lighting's not perfect, guys, by the way. I'm just going to say it's the best I can do right now. Flying Nikel yesterday. Oh, mate, that was insane. Best finish one of the best finishes of the year, 100%. That's definitely going to be a knockout of the year contender. It reminds me of just, not in terms of the actual knockout, but the circumstances around it. Was it the Bahamondes, like spinning wheel kick? That was just on an Apex Fight Night, I believe, last year or the year before. And it was just always in that top 5 conversation for the best knockout of the year. Same sort of vibes on this flying knee. Beautiful finish. Yeah, no, it was a fun one. Javid Basharat, of course, losing his undefeated record. Bit of an upset there. Credit to the Zahabi team over in Montreal. Pretty cool. Sumadish fight, he was wobbled so damn much. I can see a ref stopping it at a different timeline. Yeah. MMA is a fickle game, man. You really don't know what the hell is going to happen. Different timelines. Who knows, man? It's like the butterfly effect, isn't it? What if Yarn didn't throw the knee? What if... trying to think of another one. I don't know. Basharat lost to Ariel Helwani. Yeah, I saw people joking about that. He does kind of look like him, though, I will say. But again, I mean, TriStar, isn't it? TriStar Gym in Canada, they're pretty good. They're legit. I mean, Faraz Sahabi, he's a very good coach. So I was surprised, but not too surprised that he came back. He did really well to come back because he had a tough first round. And the second one was really good. And the third one was so close. But you could see just the power difference was what won in the fight there for sure. Seeing them actually next to each other was so weird. Rosenstrike was dwarfed by Gaziv. Yeah. And he was out on the knee as well. Yeah, crazy. He was out for 2 minutes. Yeah, there's a scary one. I went to... I mean, a similar knockout in terms of, like, scariness. I went to an amateur event in the O2 in England. That's like the O2 inside, the O2 Indigo. It was just an amateur promotion. And this legit guy called Carson Coe. Look out for that guy because I'm guaranteed he'll be fighting in top level pretty soon. Honestly, he threw the most insane head kick knockout I've ever seen in my life. And the whole arena just went dead silent because this guy was out cold for like 5 straight minutes. And it was terrifying, bro. Terrifying. They're the scary ones. When they don't move and they start shaking, that's when you know. Can't believe it's 299. Qasim, neither can I, brother. Chio gets it done. I don't know, man. God thinks it as well. God thinks it must be true. No, I don't know. I'm still stuck on Sean. But I have to say, my predictions have been a bit doubting recently. I've been doubting it. I think maybe Cheeto's got a better chance than over the last few weeks. I probably thought he has. I think it's a closer fight. The closer it gets, the closer I think the fight is. I'm still sticking with Sean O'Malley, and I probably will stick with that pick. But it's a fun one, man. I can't lie. Could get a war in there. Mason, what's up, bro? Fazeevan, Justin, Leon and Usman 3. That's so cool. I went to that. Yeah, it was a great fight, man. It was the whole the last, including the prelims. But, you know, that Gaethje Fiziev fight, that was a fire up the arse, if you will, I think. Great fight, bro. And the Leon Usman fight was great, too. Sean Yan was a war. Yeah, I thought Yan won that, personally. In hindsight, closer fight than I think maybe I scored it initially. But, hey, it was a good one. Rashad Evans Kerr against that salmon guy. Bro, I'm going to need a little bit more than that. Before my time, for one. And I'm pretty brushed up on, like the older eras of the sport. But I don't... dropping salmon guy in there ain't helping me, bro. I'm going to need a little bit more clarity. I think Sean is crazy good, too. Yeah, man. It's so hard, tough to call, though. Cheers a fire inside him. He definitely does, bro. He's got that dog, for sure. Bisping vibes. Well, I mean, I believe if Cheeto still... Does he still train under Jason Perillo? Because if he's saying what he's saying, that's definitely true. Because obviously Bisping trained under Perillo when he won the belt. So there you go. They both got that dog. I'm sure Bisping wants Cheeto to win. I'll say that. Bisping kicks. Those body kicks, head kicks, knees. Sean had moments. Yeah, for sure. Very good back and forth. Leo, hear me out. What's up, Avon? Here comes the crazy hot take, brother. Sean Salmon. No way that's his actual name, right? I don't know that fight. Yes, he does. Yeah, man. I think he definitely could upset a lot of people. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it, though. I just think the reach he's going to struggle with so much. I think that's going to be the real kicker for him. Proper number 12? No, man. It's not happening. I told you this. I saw your comment on the community post. It's not happening, man. It just ain't. No, I told you, man. I don't drink. It ain't happening. I've heard it tastes like shit anyway. Like, for a whiskey, it tastes like shit, you know? Fight week in Miami? Yeah, man. It's come so quick. So quick, as I said, I forgot to do the 299 casuals guide like an idiot. So, I do apologize for that. And when it comes to my part of the world, yeah, I mean, Miami's popular, bro. Street Jesus. I was going to say Judas, channeling my inner Colby Covington there, but... I'm not so... Listen, what was the last Miami card? 287, right? I believe 287 was the last pay-per-view in Miami, which was Adesanya Pereira 2, which was a great finish, I can't lie. Great vein event, and I think the co-main, yeah, Burns Masvidal, right, in the co-main? If I'm not mistaken, I believe that was the co-main. Jack Della by I forget he's fighting, man. I don't know. I love JDM, but we'll see. I think he was a bit iffy there in the Holland fight. It was pretty close. I think slowly people are starting to match his level, you know? As he fights up that ladder, standards just higher, bro. But yeah, looking forward to him for sure. I love JDM. Street Jesus indeed, bro. No way you use coin your community post and not expect you to mention proper talk. Yeah, of course, bro. No, honestly, I was just trying to find a funny picture, and I was just like, I was trying to find that picture of Conor McGregor where he's like doing the eyebrow thing that The Rock does. I couldn't find it on Google Images, so I ended up using that one instead. Apparently, Sean is like an inch and a half reach advantage, but height is quite different. Yeah, I mean, both big factors. I know the reach probably ain't crazy, but yeah. I mean, Cheeto's just got long arms for his height. That's the thing. But he's going to struggle. I think historically he has struggled against the taller fighters. Sandhagen, I think, put on a clinic against him because of that in a way, you know. Thank God I thought I missed the live. No, it's all good, Ali, bro. I remember the pronunciation this time. I hope you're well, man. Benoit Dustin, guaranteed war indeed, bro. Looking forward to it. So hard to pick, man. As I said on Tuesday, I picked Poirier, but I just don't know, bro. Logic dictates age over experience, but I am still leaning with Poirier because I am a Poirier fan at heart, really. And I'm a BSD fan too, bro. But I like Poirier a lot. Sean slept Aljo? Yeah, disappointed me. I can't lie. I'm a big Aljo fan. Probably one of 3 in history cited in terms of Aljamain Sterling fans, but I am one of them. Hope for Benoit to get it done by brutal KO. Why though? You don't want to see Poirier get slept, bro. Song Yadong will beat Piotr. I actually think he's got a very good chance. I think people are writing him off a little bit. Obviously, Piotr's been on that skid. You could argue maybe that's a decline, or maybe he's just be even more motivated to get back in the win column. Who knows? Might help him, might not. I like Song Yadong a lot though. I actually think he's one of the most underrated in the bantamweight division. Very good fighter. Oh yeah, you're going, aren't you, Mason, bro? Jack Della, Gilbert, and Dustin Poirier versus Benoit. Yeah, they're awesome fights, bro. Fucking awesome fights. You're blessed, bro. It's a great card. MMA Guru's brother, how is life? I remember you, bro. I'm good, man. I'm good. I said I'd get the stream in. That's 2 for this week. And then again, we'll stream on Tuesday. I thought about streaming on Friday. Just didn't really have the time because I'm lazy. So I did have time. I'm just being lazy. But I'm gonna slowly build up to 3 a week, and we'll just go from there. But yeah, I'm good, man. Thoughts on the main event yesterday? Boring as hell. Can't lie. Yeah, it was a downer on the rest of the card, which was actually really fun. I'm assuming you thought the same, Ali, bro. Was that new Cuban guy? Because he's going to get to the top 5 quickly. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, when you get guys like that, it's really a fast push to the top a lot of the time. I mean, what comes to mind? Bone Nickel, for one. I mean, there's a lot. My mind's just drawing blanks. But you know what I mean. Shara Bullet, for example. I don't think he looked as good as everyone said he was going to. There's always a lot of hype with these guys. We'll have to wait and see. WMC, call me rooting on Poirier's downfall in another stream. What, me? Or you referring someone else? Oh, it's Western Mass Climber. There you go, bro. Whose stream are you guys in, bro? This is the only stream you should be in. I hope you're well then, man. Most damage Piotr took in a fight was against Sean, but never got wobbled. He did get wobbled. I disagree with that. I think O'Malley absolutely rocked his shit in that second round, I believe it was. They both did, right? One after the other. I mean, he's got a good chin, though, for sure. Glad I don't live in UK, 2-cup. Nah, I like it, man. I'm not really a hot heat person. I'm not built for it, man. Majan Aspinall, due to this new guy. Well, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But the Cuban guy? That'll be fun. Because he looked horrible. I hope the dude improves his stand-up game. Yeah. I mean, it's just, as I said, it's the same story with a lot of heavyweights, bro. It's just the fat heavyweight sluggers who gas after 2 rounds. I swear, listen, if you go on the MMA Creators podcast Instagram, you'll just see the flack we got on the Instagram reel we posted on there recently. The clip from the podcast what we said about heavyweight main events. I got slandered for saying that shit, that we should just ban heavyweight main events. And I was referencing fight night main events specifically, not like the pay-per-view ones. Because when you got the elite guys are good, but anyone below like the top 5 is so boring to watch. We don't need them for a main event slot. They don't need 5 rounds because they turn into fat sluggers after a minute and a half. We don't need it. And I got slated for that. And I'm standing on it. And that Gaziv fight only further proves my point, you know. Indus MMA abandoned us. Well, you're welcome here, man. Always welcome here, man. Sean, a lot of good moments, but not fight. I definitely think Piotr won. Yeah, I had Piotr winning it. But it's tough. It's a closer fight than what I remember. Poirier when he's humble, and he's only humble in defeat. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. He can be a bit of an arsehole sometimes. But I do like Poirier. Joey Rosenstrike will be fighting Derek Lewis next. I don't even want to see that fight because do you know what I mean? It's like, no one wakes up and says, yep, let's watch a Rosenstrike fight. You know, no one's doing that. Like, respect to him. As long as he's getting paid, I'm happy, bro. And he's probably not getting paid enough like most of these guys. But, you know, I'm not excited to see a Rosenstrike main event. I'm pretty sure I saw a stat, if it's real, that he's got like one of the most headlines in history of the UFC, which is crazy. I don't know if that's actually true, but it wouldn't surprise me because it feels like his name just pops up everywhere. Stinking up a fight night. Dustin's a snotty winner. Yeah, I get what you're saying. He can be a little bit. Remember when Ngannou slept him? Yeah, man. That was scary. What was it, 15 seconds? If that. When you come to America, I don't know, bro. I went a few years ago. I went to Miami, which was nice, bro. It's just too hot for me, man. But yeah, no, I'm sure I'll do a trip there for sure in the future. Where maybe, when the channel's a little bit bigger, I'm sure I'll do a little meetup or something. I think that'll be awesome. If I ever go to a UFC event in America, go traveling there for a bit, I'm down, bro. I'll 100% be there. Anurag, what's up, man? Hope you're good, bro. Good to see you again. 5 main events. That's crazy. More than Aspinall, Khabib, and someone. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It blows my mind, bro. Go to Cali? No, I've never been, actually. Never been West Coast. I don't know. I've heard a lot of mixed things about it. Who knows? Oh, sorry, Qasim. I missed what you said. UFC cards used to be so good back in 2018, 2019. Yeah, that's when I started watching. So, a lot of people, you can go back further than that, and people look through it through rose-tinted goggles every time. I kind of get what people... I do agree there's too much fights cards going on right now, because there's a lot of boring fight nights. But the actual standard, I don't feel like has dropped as much as people say it is. I think people are just a bit oversaturated with fights, and it kind of loses its shine after a while. I think that's the crux of it. I don't think the standard's dropped. I think it's just there's just too much fights, bro, and too many at the apex. Pedro Munoz is fighting at 299. I don't know, man. Is he? I feel like I should know that if he is. Pedro Munoz. Oh, he is. Kyler Phillips. That's a banger, I tell you, that is a sleeper fight. Kyler Phillips is game as hell. That's a good one. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't even know he was fighting. There you go. Call me a casual you want. They got spoiled. What, back then or now? Yeah, to be fair, 2018 was a good time. A lot of good fights. And obviously Khabib McGregor to round it off that year. 299 parlay. I can give you a few bets. I actually won some money on the fights last night. Got a lovely little 6-leg parlay. All hitting, baby, because we know how we do it. I got the knowledge. But yeah, let me get the card up and I'll run it, man. Good to see you, though, George. I hope you're well, man. I am just going to split this with my chat tab so I can actually see you guys. Ryan Garcia's delusional. Yep, he is. He's off the rails right now. I know what you're saying about MMA beating O'Malley, but have you seen the shit he's been posting recently? Mad. Mad. Right, I'll give you a... Listen, this is not financial advice. Do not take this as gospel, but if you want easy money for $2.99, I got you. I'm just going to give you a few fights here. All right, Mateus Gamrot is going to win. That's a lock. Mateus Gamrot. Give me Mateus Gamrot. Give me... Oh, it's a tough one, It really is hard. They're all these fights are so tight. I can't lie. Honestly, none of these I'd like to bet on, honestly. Kevin Holland. I'm pretty convinced Kevin Holland will win because my MVP is like 36. And it's a big step up. So I'd go Kevin Holland in that fight. But again, you never really know how he's going to fight. So it's not a guy I'd like to bet on. It's so tough, man. Such a stacked card. That's a good double, but you're not going to get much money on that, bro. Girls play versus Gelton. Yeah, I'm looking at that. I just don't know how to call it because they're both such good wrestlers. Early stoppage between Oliveira and Savage. Yeah, very early, man. Definitely should have gone on for another 2 minutes, I reckon. Fucking hell, that knee was scary, man. Terrifying. Song Yadong fight for the belt. I'd like it too. I think he's one of the nicest guys in the sport. Love watching him. I think there's definitely money there on Song Yadong against Petr Yan if you want a punt. I think there's definitely... if the odds are good on him. I don't know what the odds are from right now, but I'm sure he'll be a dog. Just depends on how much. Honestly, these fights are not great. If you want a parlay, this is not the card to pick, bro. They're so hard to choose. I can't lie. But I like... if you want a sort of risky one, then I'll just throw it with chest. I'll go Dustin Poirier, Sean O'Malley, Kevin Holland, just for the 5 main fights, for the 5-leg. Under bit of a risky underdog parlay. But Song Yadong, give me Song Yadong, Gilbert Burns, Kevin Holland, Dustin Poirier, Sean O'Malley. I don't know. Actually, swap Gilbert for JDM. Actually, Gilbert's 37. Sean, Dustin, JDM, and Song. Why not? Run it. I think that's not bad. Kevin Holland was comfortable with half his paycheck. Yeah, that's my worry with him, man. I don't really know. You never really know where he's going to show up or not. Which I'm losing me glad about disappointing his fans. He's fun to watch either way, though. Let's be real. Sugar Cheetah, yeah, I'm set on Sugar, but it's such a hard... Again, these fights are so difficult to call, man. Why is the RDA still fighting? Because he's a G. Simple answer. He's a G, man. It's RDA. Legend of the game, man. No, I don't want to hear any RDA disrespect in the chat. I don't know if that's a sadness or an anger thing. The way you're coming from. I hope it's a sadness, because I understand you don't want to see him get more brain damage if that's the case. But legend of the sport, man. He is 39 though. Fuck me. Yeah. Who does Pantoja face after last night in the Mexico card? Mohamed Mokaev for me. It just makes sense. There's a gap. 301's around the corner. Run it. I actually think Mokaev beats him too. You might disagree after that performance Mokaev put on last night, but Pantoja is very old for the flyweight division, and he's taken a lot of damage, and I think it just might catch up to him if he fights Mokaev. I really do. I never said it will be an entertaining fight or that it will be a convincing win, but I do think Mokaev would beat him if that matchup does happen. Fun to watch, but annoying to root for. Kevin Holland is a scrub. He's weird, isn't he, man? Because he is definitely elite in terms of his striking. He's very, very good. He just doesn't care. I actually do respect it in a way, because he doesn't hide his intentions. Guys like Colby Covington, they play these characters and they play these games, you know, and they always lie and say, oh, it's about legacy, but they will trash everybody and anyone, ruin their friendships and legacies just for money. Kevin Holland is open the fact he says, I don't give a fuck. I like money. I don't really care about the belt. I'm game as hell and I put on a show, and I will be a fun fighter, and I will get paid that way rather than trashing people on the mic and stuff. He's called Big Mouth, but it's only playful trash talk in the cage, you know. He ain't serious with it. And that's why I like Kevin Holland. But then you get guys like Colby Covington who just, you know, the morals are out the window with him. So that's the difference. Pantoja's good enough to keep it on the feet, and he doms Mokaev on the feet. Nah, man. I do agree he's probably a bit more skilled on the feet, but I think Mokaev is big for flyweight too. He's very big for flyweight. I do think Pantoja loses. It's just the age thing, man. It's the age difference that gets it for me. That's why I picked Mokaev for that. It really is. Kevin Holland killed it in 2020. Yeah, man. Was it 5 straight wins? Fighter of the year? That Jacare knockout, bro. One of my favorites. He just remembers he can sit, he can stand up, and he just gets up and just wallops him with the right hand. Beautiful finish, man. Kevin Holland in 2020. Who else did he fight? Joaquin Buckley, Darren Stewart. I think that was 2020 as well. I'm really testing my knowledge here. I'm not actually sure if that was 2020 or 2019. Someone's going to fact check me here. I'm pretty sure he fought those two as well. Heavyweight John versus 2020 heavyweight DC. Ooh, 2020 heavyweight DC. I mean, I still say John Jones. I can't lie to you. Purely because of the fact that I think 2020 DC was over the hill at that point. Jones definitely is not. So, well, a heavyweight he is. It's a weird argument, isn't it? It's a good question, actually. I like the fight, though. RDA is a G, but he's fun to watch. Just holds guys against the cage. He's not fun to watch. Holds guys against the cage. He's got nothing left to prove. I get what you're saying. He's done all he needs to. He's got nothing left to prove. I do agree with that. He became lightweight champion of the world. At that point, you've done everything you wanted to do. But again, it's hard. These guys are fighters. It's their livelihood. They love it. That's why these guys find it so hard to retire. It's why Tony Ferguson says he's never going to retire, despite the fact he's probably on the brink of just decomposing and spontaneously combusting, you know? He won't retire because he loves fighting. And he definitely has a screw loose as well, but that's a different conversation. But it's the same with Volkanovski. I guarantee you, Volkanovski is going to go on a pretty brutal decline. I don't guarantee it, but I'm convinced that's what's going to happen because he loves the game too much to retire. Tony Ferg definitely getting KO'd again. Depends who he fights, but yeah, he's definitely losing again. I'll say that. Maybe whether he gets KO'd again, I don't know. Keep him around till 165 division opens. Well, I don't understand why they're doing a 165-pound division and not like a 180. The gap is there. There's a 15-pound gap. I mean, I don't know. There is 185. Yeah, to be honest, both divisions. I like the 165, actually. I'll take that back. It's just a bit awkward because there's only a 5-pound difference between the one above. So, I don't know. Jacare Weidman was such a good fight. Weidman's downfall to be one of the saddest. I don't think it's... honestly, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I don't think it's as crazy as everyone says it is. And you say he has a promising future. Bro, he defended the belt 3 times. He was a good champ. His time just came. You know? When did he... How old was he when he became champ? How old is he now? He's 39. And what was it, 2013 he became champ? 2014? 2013 he became champ. So that was... Yeah, I mean, he was in his prime when he became champ, essentially. He's 29, 30 years old when he became champ. That's about your fighting prime at middleweight, give or take. Maybe just before it. Again, people peak and dip at different times. So it makes sense. Maybe he fell off a little bit earlier than most guys. But, you know, he lost the belt in 2015. So it's like a pretty normal decline. You know, that's how it is, man. 162.5 pound division? Yeah, why not? Run it, man. I don't want too many, though, because it clogs it up. It will be like boxing. Cleo Lupa. I'll take it, young. Good to see you, bro. More Saudi cards starting to pull no nighter. Agreed, man. Very much agreed with that statement. I'm tired. I'm there's a phrase of getting too old for this shit. And I think that kind of epitomizes my situation with watching the UFC these days. It is tough now. I'm good at it and I'm used to it, but I'm just sick of doing it. I don't struggle doing it. I'm just sick of it. Because I have to fuck up my sleeping pattern every month. It's not fun. Why was leg snap? Oh, mate. I know. Terrifying. I will say, though, that is still my favorite fight card ever. I think 261 was just awesome. UFC 261 was just, with Usman Masvidal too, with that finish. Rose knocking out Zhang Wei Li. Jimmy Crute, he got that dead nerve in his leg against, was it Anthony Smith, I think? Yeah. Mate. That whole card was just awesome. Great card. And obviously Weidman snapping his leg. Like, it sucks, but it was crazy in the moment, you know. Moving welterweight to 175. I can get with that. Why would I listen to Viziev? That's a good point. Very good point. I mean, swap that out for Chael Sonnen, and I'd be fully in agreement with you, because that guy waffles a lot. Dustin Poirier's the second best resume. Yeah, his resume is crazy. The amount of champions he's beaten. People say he'll go down as one of the greatest to never be champ, but he was interim champion of the world, so he technically did. So you have to give him that. Dustin Poirier's resume is unbelievable. Doesn't get enough respect that it deserves. 300 is going to be much better, I believe, and become best card ever. It's so underrated, man. I will agree that the main event doesn't hit the standards we'd hope it would be. But you'd be lying if you said, right, that main event was bad on another pay-per-view. You'd be lying. It's a good main event, just not for 300. That I can agree with. But objectively, it's a good fight. But just for me, I will concede it just doesn't have the spectacle that we'd get with something like a McGregor Chandler or even Dricus versus Izzy. I feel like that's got more spectacle, you know? Maybe it'll be an exciting fight, but in terms of the build-up and everything, that's kind of what you want for 300, right? I mean, McGregor Chandler for me epitomizes that. I don't know. It's a tough one. I do wish we got McGregor Chandler, but I'm not mad about it. And Jamal Hill is very underrated as well. As I said, I think he beats Pereira, but it's a tough one. Great fight, though. And the whole card is stacked. I mean, you got Aljamain Sterling versus Calvin Kattar on the prelims. That answers the question right there. Herb, what's up, Finn? Herb Dean fault. He didn't beat Conor 2 times? No, he did, man. Let's not get it twisted. He was kicking Conor McGregor's ass in that first round. And we all know McGregor... Tell me a time McGregor's ever gotten better in a fight past the third round, because he hasn't, all right? That guy's cardio is fraudulent. Poirier was dog-walking him in the first round that he would have done in the second. And yeah, sure, it's MMA, anything can happen. But if you ask me where that fight's going, and you ask most people where that fight's going, they're saying Dustin Poirier's beating the shit out of him. That's what happened in the second fight. Set it up in the first round and then finished him in the second. I could have seen that happening again in that trilogy fight. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Conor, and yeah, there's unanswered questions, but to say you can't invalidate the Poirier win for me. It's different to one like Aspinall. When Aspinall broke his leg against Curtis Blades, done his MCL win against Curtis Blades, it was different because it was only 15 seconds into the fight and not even a single strike had been landed. Completely different scenario. You can draw conclusions after that first round, in my opinion. Herb Dean, Mark Goddard at UFC 300. I'm actually there for that fight. I'm not physically. I'm there for it mentally. That's a fun one. I like Mark Goddard. I like Herb Dean. They're probably them two and Jason Herzog are good refs. People would want to contest that stoppage. What was it? The Pereira versus Prohajka stoppage, but it was actually a good stoppage in hindsight. I don't see anyone that beat John can beat Aspinall. I agree, man. I agree. You know my feelings on that, bro. I've said it a million times. How about Izzy gets a win before a title shot? Dog Diddler wants an undeserved title shot. I do agree he needs to win, gets in the win column. But again, money talks rather. And pay-per-views sell. And if you do Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis, you're selling pay-per-views. Let's not get it twisted. So I do think Izzy will probably get that chance. As much as I think probably Rob Whittaker deserves a chance. Is Rob Whittaker one? Actually, to be fair, he's only won one. Maybe one more for Rob. I don't know. Fuck it. I like Rob. Give him the shot. If it was up to me, I'd pick Rob Whittaker. But I'm not the matchmaker, sadly. He beat Nate in the fourth, just saying. Yeah, then he lost the fifth round as well. So, and that's Nate Diaz. It's a weird game with him. But that's the only time. And even then, he did. You can say he beat Nate Diaz. One, that's Nate Diaz. And no disrespect to him. There's a lot better fighters than Nate Diaz in that division. even at the time they fought. And 2, Conor McGregor didn't even look that good in that round. He still looked tired and laboured and slow. So there's my argument. There's my counter argument, brother. He did a lot of work though. What, in terms of outside the cage? Like just... Oh, do you mean in his title reign? Yeah, but he already won the belt back. He done that once. You get your sort of rematch token if you had a good title reign, and he did that. Then he lost it again. He needs to do more to get a title shot, in my opinion. But they will probably give it to him. I do think they will. Blade sort of checked, not fully. Turned his leg, so they went shin to shin, caused the injury. Dustin didn't. That's the difference. I'm pretty sure it wasn't because of the check. It was when he stepped back. I mean, he did throw the leg kick, but I don't think he checked it. Off the top of my head. Most amount of money I've won through UFC bets. UFC London, when I went, the Aspinall Volkov one, I had a 5 or 6 leg parlay. I won 200 quid. My first UFC card. It was awesome. Crazy knockouts. All the English guys won, and I won 200 quid at the end of it. It was a brilliant night. Definitely that one. Boxing Nate's head off. I won't go that far, mate. He looked tired as fuck in that second fight. You don't get that twisted. Let's not sit here and no, I'm sorry. I'm not even entertaining this. Conor McGregor does not have good cardio. And that's not a hot take. I'm sick of people trying to justify that. He doesn't. That's the only fight where he's dug deep and actually proved some resistance to that statement, you know? I don't want to hear anything that McGregor has good cardio, because he don't. Compared to, obviously by athlete standards he does, but compared to some of the guys who are fighting in that same division and above and below, no, he doesn't. Let's not lie here. Hell, he was gassing out against Chad Mendes and he was on a full camp. He finished him in the second, yeah, of course. But I'm saying if that fight went any further, he would have struggled. Positive Blaze checked it. But I mean, VAR check it for me, man. I could be wrong. Do I think Prime Conor could have beat Woodley after the Alvarez fight to become a 3-division champ? Absolutely not. No. Prime Woodley would have ragdolled that man. I'm sorry. That's not even a conversation I'd even entertain. Prime Woodley was extremely disrespected and underrated. And he is far too big for Conor, if you ask me. And Conor's weakness is wrestling. Everyone knows that. For me, Woodley would absolutely ragdoll him. Prime Woodley absolutely would. I don't think there's even any debate there. Ion Cutelaba would rule at 195. No. Come on, bro. No. He was scary early on. No, he was. And he's fun. You know, when he painted himself as the Hulk. You need guys like that fighting. And he might not be the best skill for skill, but he's entertaining. I'll say that. Jake Paul last night. Yeah, I don't care about him, bro. He's fighting Uber drivers and pizza delivery drivers, you know. We don't need to talk about him. Until he fights someone of note, then I'm free to discuss. Did he have the knee tear? Who are you talking about? McGregor. Yeah, he was injured, but again, he was nurturing that. I will concede that. But Mendes was on a full camp. Sorry, Mendes was on a short camp as well. So it goes both ways. And in the Nate Diaz one, all right. Well, what about the first Nate Diaz fight then? Nate Diaz was on short notice and whooped his ass. And McGregor had a full camp preparing for a championship fight, keep in mind. And look what happened. Gassed out. Got absolutely bodied. I'm sorry, I do not want to hear it that McGregor has good cardio. You know what? Fuck it. We'll run the poll, actually. We'll run the poll. I actually want your opinions here, because I'm sorry. I'm standing firm on that. I'm sorry, but that's a crazy take. Conor ran multiple times throughout the second Nate fight. He was gassed. Yeah. I mean, Nate dragged him to those waters, sure. But Conor, you can look at the overall fights in Conor's career. He doesn't have good cardio. Arman versus Charles Oliveira is such a hard fight, and I never like betting against Oliveira at all. And I've made that mistake many times, and I'm a big Charles fan. But it is a very close fight. I don't think Charles is a big of an underdog in this one. I just think it's a very close fight, skill for skill. They're both very good. I don't know. I'm leaning towards Charles mainly because I'm through my heart, because I'm a big Charles fan. But I like Arman too. Tyron Woodley got good head movement. I don't know if that's sarcastic or not. But the thing is, Tyron Woodley would just shoot that double leg, blast, either hit him with a power right hand or then just blast double him. Whether he lands that right hand or not, he would take Conor McGregor down. Now he wouldn't struggle. Chad was gassed. Yeah, because he was on a short camp, man. Even if he didn't get the finish at the end of the second, a few more body kicks and he would have crumpled and Conor would have finished him. I don't know. They were both very gassed. Very gassed. Listen, Eric, I'm not entertaining that Conor's got good audio. That's done. Look at the poll. You're wrong. I mean, I get his opinion, so you can't really be right or wrong, but you know how I feel. Ivan, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Bro, I forgot about Kutalaba. Nah, he's fun. Listen, he's kind of shit, but he's fun. And he is low IQ, but he's fun. And he's loud, and he's stupid, and he's entertaining. Conor never trained for a 6-foot southpaw and still won the first. He's an elite fighter. We will not hear it. I never said he wasn't an elite fighter. He's very good at what he does. He was a good knockout artist. I never said he wasn't an elite fighter. I just said he didn't have good cardio. He had the knockout ability to make sure it didn't go to those rounds, and that's what made him so good at the time. That's what made him good. That's what made him an elite fighter, because he was able to put people away when no one else could. But anyone who's able to get past that has proven historically that Conor has struggled there. That's what I'll sit on. Heavily underrated by most fans, because you did say he had good cardio. I could have swore you said that. I'm really VAR checking this, man. I can't find it. Maybe I'm being... Oh, well, no, we were talking about the Topuria trilogy match. Yeah, sorry. Well, I mean, you were saying it was a bit unfair to call that TKO. I disagree. Just saying he's heavily underrated. I don't think he's underrated. It's Conor McGregor. I don't think you can call Conor McGregor underrated, bro. How can you call Conor McGregor underrated? As much as I don't really like him, he's the face of the fight game for a reason. He's not underrated. He was the first double champ in UFC history. Simultaneous, of course. But I will say skill set, I'd say, is underrated. As a mixed martial artist, is overrated, sorry. Skill set is definitely overrated. Overall skill set is overrated. In those specifics, that's where he's good at. Obviously, his striking is elite level. I never disputed that. Have to head out. It's all love, baby, man. Got homework to do. I have to remember the name of the one chick I met when I was drunk as fuck yesterday. You're saying that in the same sentence, bro. I don't know how old you are, bro. Homework to do and meeting a chick when you're drunk as fuck. Who knows, brother? You are an anomaly. Good luck, though, bro. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Dustin had checked the leg kick that caused Conor to fall, then I will concede, but Dustin never caused the injury. I actually think he checked a few of those leg kicks, and I'm kind of taking Dustin's word for it, but he did say after that fight he felt a crack when he checked a kick. So we don't really know, do we? Conor's seen him. Oh, that makes sense. You call it homework though. You're in college though. You know what I mean? So I guess, you know, different terminology, different countries. You know how it is, but Conor was injured going into the fight. Which one? Well, yeah, but that's the thing is, you take responsibility for that. You can't dispute Poirier's win for that. If Conor chooses to fight going in injured, he's choosing to fight going in injured. You have to accept the responsibilities that come with that. Like, that's how it is. I feel bad for Chandler. He's been waiting for Conor for years, not knowing if he'll ever fight him. Yeah, that guy's wasting his last few years at the top of the game. Just for that paycheck. So who knows, man. College and I get HW, am I stupid? I'm probably being dumb. There was no check. That is one of my favorite moments after a post-fight. Just watching that absolute meltdown, complete destruction, homework. Yeah, I'm being stupid. I don't call it homework though. I mean, when I was in sixth form, is that college? I don't know how old is college. Sixth form college is the same thing in the UK. I don't call it home. I guess you did, yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's fucking ages ago now. Jesus. Oh, making me feel old. And I'm not even old, but that shit's making me feel old. Whitaker won the 2 fight with Adesanya. Close one. I had Adesanya winning it when I watched that one, but it was close. McNugget is finished. I agree, Pinaldo, bro. I agree. As well, sorry, I missed your comment earlier. Yeah, I watched bits of the highlights today for Manchester Derby. Fair from the UK, Aspinall Mason. You know that, bro. You've been here plenty of times. Homework is HW. I'm Gen Z. I don't know about you. No, I am, bro. I'm. In fact, it's my birthday in a couple of weeks. I'm turning 22 in a couple of weeks, but you know, I am Gen Z, I guess. But I mean, like, I didn't really call it. I don't know if I called it homework back then. I'm trying to remember. It's just fucking ages ago now. It feels like I graduated university now. It's fucking gone by so quickly. I love how Dustin pounded Conor's face a couple more times after his leg broke. Yeah, for good measure, bro. You need it. He was shit-talking him. That's what I hated about that fight on Conor's side, was the whole fake trash talk build-up. He was so washed. Like, even his trash talk was washed. It was old shit, and none of it worked because of the nice guy persona he put on in their last fight only months before. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. So you go parading this nice guy. Oh, Dustin's a lovely guy, saying nice things about his wife. Oh, your hot sauce is great, this and that. And then fast forward to the trilogy match, and you're just slagging him off and being like an arsehole. It doesn't work. None of it seems sincere. Do you know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. So none of that trash talk. And it wasn't even good trash talk either, like the Jolie's wife thing. It was just trash, bro. What about Arnold Allen? Yeah, I'm a big Arnold Allen fan. Watched him fight when he beat Dan Hooker. Big Arnold Allen fan. Bisping too, as you say. 22. Yeah, it is young. I know it is young, but obviously when you talk about school and shit, that for me, what was that? 4 years ago now? 5 years ago? It seems like ages ago. Seems like a long time. 4 years ago. Obviously I'm not old in the grand scheme of things. I know that. I've got plenty of skin in the game to go. Slang word for I ain't gonna say that just in case I get demonetized. SLAG. There's one. There's one. I don't know if that gave me demonetized. I would say it, but you never know. Your wife is your husband. That's a terrible Irish accent, but yes. Bad trash talk. You get what I'm saying, though, right? It just wasn't very good. Conor McGregor's done so much better than that. The best thing about old Conor McGregor's trash talk was that it was sincere and it was cold and it was calculated. He says, I'm going to finish you in the first round. And he did that. That's what made that so entertaining. When you're coming with all this sort of playground insults against the guy who you were playing up nice to just not that long ago, it just doesn't work, bro. And going after his wife, old Conor would never have done that, bro. Bisping was just chasing scraps, you know. Bisping was a lightweight cut to middleweight. No, like heavyweight, you mean, I'm assuming. Not lightweight. Let's get on that almighty shirt. Yeah, I thought about buying one, actually. Maybe, I think does he still do the hoodies? I thought about buying one of those. Slapper? Who are you referring to there? I'll probably be dumb. Awful trash talk. Yeah, bad. Bad by his standards. And bad just by trash talk standards. Kind of sucks for Allen. Obviously, only lost to the best like Max and Mosfar. I mean, I had him winning the Mosfar fight, to be honest. He's young, man. Yeah, of course he'll come back better. Hellsborough, I completely agree with you, man. And then the Max fight was, that was Max's toughest fight in a while. You have to admit. He caught him flush. A lesser guy would have been chinned by some of the shots that Allen was throwing against him. Allen, I think he saw a good fight. It was a close one. Credit to him. And yeah, he's elite. Of course, he'll be back. I think he just struggles. He does leave his chin out in the air quite a lot, and it scares me. But no, he's very good. I think those flurries he comes in with, that's when I worry about him. But no, Arnold Allen is elite. Paul Craig will ever get a title shot? No. You're from the same town as Paul. Oh, you're a Scotsman. Yeah, I love Paul Craig, man. I mean, as I said, when I was there when he did the triangle over Krylov, bro, I went mental. I love that shit. He's just such a polarizing fighter, isn't he? Beaten two. Has Ankalaev? No, Ankalaev hasn't won the belt actually. Sorry, he arguably should have done. But if we say he won that fight against Jan Blachowicz, then Paul Craig has beaten two light heavyweight champions, which is quite mental. You know, the last second try, only guy to beat Ankalaev. Crazy. You know, Paul Craig, he's a weird guy, isn't he? A weird fighter, and I love watching him fight. But yeah, he is very chinny, and his striking defense leaves a lot to be desired. Arnold is also win his last fight. I agree. He got rolled, in my opinion. I'm not going to read that in an Irish accent, but yeah, that's one of my favourite lines. Yeah, it's a great line. George just rides that grey thin line of sort of what's okay and what's not perfectly, and that's what makes it so good. Must give superpowers to John Jones and McGregor. Oh, cocaine. Yes, definitely. Definitely to John Jones. I don't know about McGregor. Because I feel like ever since he sort of rode the high life and found the party lifestyle, he's never been good. But John Jones, yes, absolutely. Paul Craig has talent. Yeah, he does. He has, of course he's got talent, bro. He's elite, a great elite grappler. But such a weird fighter, isn't he? Loses to Brendan Allen, he breaks my heart. No, but don't disrespect Brendan Allen. I don't like Brendan Allen, but he's a very good fighter. I don't think there's any shame in losing to Brendan Allen at all. He had good odds to win against Brendan Allen, so I put a little punt on him, and I lost money, but I wasn't mad about it. I do like Paul Craig. It's just, you never really know what you're going to get with him every time he steps into that cage, bro. McGregor versus Chandler. Will it happen? Brother, I hope so. Will it? I do not know. Fighting Kyle Barallo in 301 might do well there. What? Paul Craig? Oh, is he actually? Fucking hell. You say he might do well. I don't think so, man. If he's fighting Kyle Barallo, I don't know. I'm just double checking. Is he? Oh, God, he is. Shit. Yeah, good luck to him, man. That is a tough fucking fight. It's fair. When has Paul Craig never not taken a tough fight? He's always taking the tough fights. Monster on the ground, balance, smash with elbows. Yeah. Just anti-BJJ. You take those stupid glasses up, yeah. Honestly, I watched so much McGregor trash talk for some when I did the not the seven deadly sins video, but also when I did that McGregor documentary like a month or two ago. I had to do a lot into and the mental destruction video as well. I've been looking at a lot of McGregor trash talk clips recently. A lot of good stuff. Keeps me entertained in the edit, I have to say. Has potential, bro. Yeah, very good fight. I guns in my head, I'm picking him against Paul Craig for sure. Ilya Mosvar, battle of the undefeated. Ilya Topuria all day for that one, man. Yes, Christian Leroy Duncan, great shout, man. Very underrated. I mean, I've been saying that since he made his debut because his Cage Warriors run was absolutely crazy. And then I watched his debut in the UFC live, I believe. I think that was his debut at 286. And the other guy got an injury, and it was so disappointing because we didn't really get to see what he was capable of. And then he fought Petrosian and lost, and I was like, man, he's overrated. And then the last two, I mean, yesterday he looked brilliant. And the fight before that, those elbows he finished to get that finish, crazy. Very good fighter. So dynamic on the feet. I just worry about him when he rushes in a little bit too much, gets caught up with the violence. I do worry about that a little bit, getting clipped on a counter, but he looks like a problem. Looks very good. Looks like the fighter we all thought he was, I think, at Cage Warriors. He was becoming a meme that became a champ. Well, he risked it all, man. All that shit he was saying about becoming a champion, you know, being the champion, taking Volk's belt. He was playing the game very dangerously, but it paid off, eh? Chris Duncan is a good fighter. Which one, bro? Are you No. You're getting mixed up with the Scottish Chris Duncan, bro. Not that I don't know if you're trolling or you're actually mixed up with the other one. Because I do actually like Chris Duncan as well. I know he just lost, but he's very good. Leroy Duncan I'm referring to. But they're both good. Both Duncans I'm a fan of, you know. But watching him since he got was pretty good how active he was in the fight as well. Yeah. Very dynamic. You can't not love a fighter who throws spinning shit all the time. I'll put it that way, eh? Yeah, I told you, man. Yeah. Don't worry, easy mistake to make. Leroy Duncan throws spinning shit? Yes, he does. Venom Page? Nah, not for me. He throws spinning shit as well, but he's just not very good at it. Well, he's good against cans, I'll say that. How do you ask a girl out while bringing up wanting to watch UFC? Just say I'll show you jiu-jitsu. Sorted. There you go. I'll teach you how to triangle. Thank me later, man. Venom Page will sleep Holland. No, he won't. Holland's got a good chin. I don't think Holland's going to get slept. Volky said he wants to take 8 months to a year off. Yeah, that's best for him. It's also a double-edged sword with that, though, because when you do that, you're losing the last scraps of your top level. And I do think he's already past his prime, so he's only going to decline further. So it's the trade-off of recovering from a knockout and taking that time off, which is necessary, but also losing the last year or two of your fighting ability at the top level. So it's a balancing act for him. I don't think he's going to win the belt back, though. I'll say that. I just want to see him fight some good guys and get some good wins. But I don't want to see him get laid out by Topuria again, because I think that's what's going to happen. I'd very much love to be proven wrong, though. Venom Page is good. Right, look at that Cyborg character. Yeah, that was a long time ago, man. He is good, and he was good on his day, but he's never fought UFC top elite caliber fighters. I will concede it will be entertaining, though. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that fight. Holland stands with them, our back MVP. I disagree, man. I think it's a close fight on the feet. I really do. Current still in the women's bantamweight division. Shit. I'm still mad we never got Shevchenko Nunes 3. Because as I said, I will die on that hill that Shevchenko won their second fight. And I don't care what anyone says. We deserved that fight between two best women's fighters on the planet years ago. And now they've missed the boat. And fuck the UFC for doing that. Because that fight should have happened so long ago. So long ago. Yeah, I'd like her to come up. It would offset some of that age differences and longevity issues because she doesn't have to rely on her speed as much. I like Valentina at bantamweight a lot, actually. I mean, she fought a bantamweight originally before flyweight was a thing. She was very good, and I think honestly she should be a champion again. She beat Grasso in that rematch, and got robbed, if you ask me. So hey, I don't think she's done at the top level. I do think she will decline pretty soon, but I don't see her losing to many people right now. I think it benefits her that a lot of the standard isn't as high as it is in the men's division. So she can, even if her fighting decline is happening, she's still better at that level, at that age, than most fighters in that division. So, Bobby Green, add the Bulls talk with the husband of Mackenzie Dern. Yeah, I saw that. Speaking of that, yes, that's a good point. Didn't Mackenzie Dern's husband or something try and call Bobby Green out and trap him or some shit? I don't know. Crazy. That was, yeah, I saw Bobby Green talking about that. What the fuck? That was really weird. Honestly, MMA is a crazy sport. Crazy shit happening every week, man. Beats Grasso at 306 and then moves up and beats Raquel. I actually think the 306, if they do it 306, Shevchenko is going to struggle more than she did in the last fight just because she's getting older. And Grasso's in her prime. But yeah, she absolutely batters Raquel Pennington. Yeah, why doesn't she just move up to bantamweight? I'm telling you, if she moves up to bantamweight, she'll get the title shot straight away. She will get the title shot straight away at bantamweight because she's entertaining and she's one of the best women's fighters ever. She'll move up, get the bantamweight belt. Oh my God, George, just speaking. Right, now we're on the same page. We're on the same page, man. Listen, I weren't with you with the whole McGregor shtick, but now we're talking, bro. I completely agree with that. Just get Shevchenko to batter Raquel Pennington and take the belt off her. Nunes comes out of retirement. You get the trilogy match. Legacies are on the line. Bang, done. That is it. That is unequivocally what they should do. But again, that's kind of down to Shevchenko in half of the respect. You know, she has to make that decision. I'm sure she wants that flyweight belt back. So maybe she'll get it, try and go for the flyweight belt again and then move up for double champ. That would be fucking something, wouldn't it? Who wins? It's so hard, isn't it? It's so hard because they're both over the hill. Make it a poll? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do another one. Yeah, I'm putting it up. Hang on. There we go. It's such a hard one, actually. It really is. You asked me a few years ago, I definitely would have said Shevchenko. But I just don't know now. I don't know. I'm a huge Valentina fan. She's one of my favorite, always been one of my favorite fighters for a long time. Rebelis Despagne, is that how you pronounce it? Might be a bit green in the UFC. Is that the Cuban guy that everyone's talking about? Yeah, he could get fraud checked, man. You just don't know. I mean, hell, Umar nearly got fraud checked yesterday. Got dropped in that first round, didn't he? Came back and, to his credit, fought a very good fight, but I don't know. Look at this, 50-50 split. Jones is ruining the heavyweight division because he only wants to fight Stipe and retire. Yeah, man. Listen, I've discussed that topic to death. I made a fucking video about it, didn't I? What they're doing with Aspinall, but hey, who knows, man. Bro, I saw that live and I lost it. Yeah. Cuban dude. Yeah, he is. I don't know much about him. I'm hearing a lot of things. I mean, some of you guys have been mentioning him in chat, and I'm not going to sit here and say I'm all-knowing because I ain't. But I'm all for top hype trains and prospects. Hell, they make the sport fun to watch. You can't deny that. Because everyone's going to be saying he's overrated, he's underrated. Listen, it's the same discourse about Bone Nickel, man. I was like, he's overrated, he's underrated, this and that. Doesn't matter, man. Just enjoy it. You need discourse like that in this game. Otherwise, we'll just be sitting with the same boring Apex fight nights going, this guy beats this guy every week, and we'll all get bored and give up watching it. And I'll retire from YouTube and all that shit. That's why you need hype trains. It's the cycle of the game. Props to Bobby Green. I have DM Mackenzie one day. Go with chess, bro. Do it. I believe in you, Ivan. I believe in you. I'll simulate Nunes versus Bullet 3 on UFC and put it on the Discord. Run it, man. Is that your channel you put in? That fight simulations one? I thought it was yours. I wasn't sure, though. Who should Tom defend his interim belt against? He shouldn't have to defend his interim belt, but he wants to be active, so I assume that will happen. Henan Barrow has done it once before, and I believe someone else did too. So it's not out of the realms of possibility. For me, Cyril Gane, why not? It's a fun one, right? Cyril Gane, who did he just fight? Was it Spivak he just beat in this recent one? Gane makes sense, rather. I mean, that fight's been touted for a long time. Just, I feel like Gane is going to want to be heavyweight champion again. He's already been interim champ. He doesn't want to have to do that again. So, I don't know. So, tough one. Almeida's in the conversation as well. Though I don't really want to see that fight. Honestly, I think they might just make him wait. I think that's what they might just do. We don't know, because obviously the Manchester card just got announced, which makes perfect sense for Tom to headline. But again, you don't really do title fights on a fight night. I think the last time they did a title fight on a fight night was UFC. It was Valentina Grasso 2, wasn't it? And I think the one before that was Cejudo versus Dillashaw. in 2019. That was the first time they did a fight card on ESPN, I believe, and it was free. It was classed as a fight night, I believe, technically, and it was free. And that was Cejudo when he knocked out TJ, trying to become a double champ. I believe. I'm testing my knowledge there, but I believe those were the options. I'm going to run with a few more, and then I'm going to head off, get a little bit more writing done, and have a good little evening. Thomas has got a Manchester going to slap. That would be an awesome main event. I'm thinking about going. I don't know. I know the thing is the tickets are going to be astronomical, and I'd have to travel because I live in London, so I probably won't. But it depends what the card comes up. We'll have to see. If the headline is good, I'll consider it for sure. It's just they inflate the ticket prices. You guys will know. If you guys, anyone who's from the UK in the chat who's tried to buy UFC tickets, you will know how expensive that shit is, man. It's ridiculous. And also very hard to get. For me, I'll tell you right now, when I got UFC 286 tickets, I had to queue. I've got itchy nose, man. Damn. I had to, not for any other reason. Don't get sus with it. I had to queue on 5 different devices to even get tickets, and I only got in on my phone. Everyone else got sold out on. Because you get placed around me in the queue. My phone was the only one that got in, and I managed to get 2 tickets. That was it. Crazy demand, man. So Manchester, maybe. If I get tickets and the card's good, I'll see how much they are. But hey, I didn't even go to the last London one because the card was kind of arse. But oh man, what the hell is up my nose? Itching like crazy. It's like when you get a haircut and you can't touch it and you're just sitting there dying. IRL stream? Yeah, maybe, man. Fuck it. Maybe in the future. As I said, if I get if the opportunity arises, I'll 100% do a sort of IRL meet and greet thing if anyone's down. The thing is, I know you guys are all across the world, so it'll be a bit of a tricky one. Hints on any upcoming videos. Lee, you are proposing a preposterous question there. I will say I don't have anything planned for next week's video. It's no open secret. I mean, it is an open secret. I've been chipping away at the history of the UFC video. I've been writing that today, just working away at that. So I think I'm going to release a video next week, and then I think maybe the week after there won't be a video, or the week after that, I'm not sure. There will probably be a week where there won't be a video because I will be working on this one because it's going to be an hour long. So I'm going to be just prioritizing that instead and getting that done the week before UFC 300. That's when that will come out. That's where I'm aiming for that to come out. So about a month from now, just over a month from now. So there'll be a couple of videos over the next couple of weeks as I coincide with the writing process of this, and then I'll be full focus on the history of the UFC video. But I don't actually have anything right now for this week. So if you got any ideas, hit me with it. I'm down. Honestly, since the 7 Deadly Sins one did well, maybe I'll do another one this week. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. I probably won't because I don't like repeating the same ideas right after one another. But if it does well, I'm down, man. If I'm in one day, what actually happened this year around March time? What do you mean around March time? What's that now? What do you mean? That I could be there for one? Yeah, for sure, bro. I mean, if obviously it would just be you, that would be a bit shit. No offense, but I'd want a big group of people. So I'll probably do it down the line somewhere. When this stream is popping with a load more people. I don't forget any of you guys, though. You OGs. I've said that many times at the stream. We'll take quality over quantity any day. Yeah, I was a bit torn on that because I did want to provide for you guys, but at the same time, I need to give a video like that the respect it deserves. So I don't know. I'm still debating whether I just cut the weekly video just for that period to work on that. So we'll see. It depends. I might work on a casuals guide to 300 and then post that the week after. I don't know. The week just before that. I don't know. But worst/best at every MMA discipline. I've done that before. And I don't really want to do it again because I didn't really enjoy making that video too much, and it didn't even do that well either. So, to be honest, the list ones aren't my favorite. I've said this before. The ones I enjoy making the most are the just the documentary style ones. You know, when I get to focus on a singular fighter and really tell their story, they're the ones I enjoy making the most. But they don't always do the best. It's a balancing act, you know. 299 first. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I was going to. It was meant to be out this week, but I got my schedules wrong completely because normally I was planning on posting them a week before the pay-per-view. And I didn't realize the pay-per-view was this week coming up. So I don't want to post it because obviously I post on a Friday. If I post on Friday, the fight's on Saturday. And the video will die right after that, so it's not really worth doing. So we'll have to wait and see. I'll probably do a video on something to do with 299 maybe, because I did that with Paddy, and it did 50k views in a fucking day, which is absolutely batshit. And then it died, obviously, right after that. But I'll consider. I'll have to wait and see. In normal circumstances, it would be a casuals guide to 299 on just this Saturday gone, or Friday gone. So again, as I said, I do apologize for that. Documentary is my favorite type of videos. The tier list videos I've read. Yeah, I mean, I don't like doing... I've never done a tier list video. I'm sick of seeing them. They're clogged up. I think they're a trend that will just die. It's easy views, to be fair, and it's not hard to do, but that's not the style of shit I make, man. The casual card of the fight card of the reason why I followed you. I appreciate it, man. To be fair, I mean, I did it before. I did it for 293 for the fight card one. It wasn't that good, though. I changed my style since then. But I do like making those, to be fair. But as I said, my favorite ones are the personal documentary style ones. But it's difficult to pick who to make one on those. So if you guys have any ideas, any fighters you want me to cover, please hit me with it. I'm down to do a documentary on it. Love Paddy from Papua New Guinea. Oh, bro, crazy support from Papua New Guinea. RS, what's up, bro? Thank you. I'm a Paddy fan as well. Actually, I originally wasn't. He's actually a subscriber of the channel, so shout out to Paddy. He earned my respect after that Tony Ferguson fight. I think he rightfully caught some flack for some of the things he said in that build up to 282 and the Jared Gordon fight. But I think he did the best in a bad situation against Ferguson, so I have to give him credit for that. Rebellis has 5 minutes 13 fight time over 4 fights. Fair play. 4 minutes 54. That was one fight. Fucking hell. Well, I won't be surprised to see a quick finish then, eh? Edson Barboza, good shout. Bit of a sleeper. You've got to be tricky one because obviously you do want to appease the algorithm and you don't want to do a video that no one's going to care about. It's a balancing act. Edson Barboza, I think, fits that line nicely. That's a good shout. I'd love to do a video on Edson. It's tricky. He's a fun one. I mean, right now, I'm really liking the history of the UFC video I'm writing right now. It's not the most theatrical in terms of, the thespian style I add to my videos. It's a mix of it. But yeah, it's fun. I'm really enjoying making it right now. About a third of the way through the writing process. It's a long one, so as I said, it's going to take time. But I'm enjoying making that right now. I did really enjoy making the Aspinall video I did a few weeks ago, and that one's doing really well, so I'm happy about it. Yeah, hit me up with a couple more, and then I'll jump off. But if you give me a few more ideas, I'll write them down now. We can look forward to it. Leon Edwards video, which you die from organisms. I'm assuming that's meant to be a different word. And yeah, probably. But I've done a Leon video. I did one. I've told his story before, and I probably will again in the future. But not for a while. I think there's more to be said on other fighters, you know. Dustin Poirier, I might do. El Diamante himself. That's a good shout. Don Fry. Yeah, that's a good one. I think the problem with doing videos on old guys is it's so hard to get fight footage. I mean that, like, obviously, I can't use broadcast footage in my videos, otherwise I get instantly copyright claimed. But getting footage of just any old fighters is difficult, man. Hello, YouTuber, block it. There you go. Can you make a video on the ranked fighters in each country? Kind of maybe Satisani Moreno, Alex, a rep Ring Mexico. Hey, what about Rodriguez? Oh, have you just disowned him? GSP video? Yeah, that's a shout. I'd like to do a video on GSP. It has been done. In fact, I know Lionel Rivera just dropped a fucking hour-and-a-half video on GSP. I ain't doing it. That's a good video, by the way. Check that out. He's a G. Marab, yeah, it's a shout as well. The Machine. There's weirdly though, every time I've tried to get footage from Marab, there's barely anything, like at all. It's really weird. I'll definitely do one in the future because there'll be more footage on it, but any footage I can actually use on Marab is fucking hard to find. You'll be surprised. Joe Rogan, Lionel Rivera has also done it on that, and it did really well, to be fair to him. Maybe I'll do one on Joe. I thought, to be fair, I have got one planned on Bruce Buffer, and I also wrote one on Charles a long time ago that was meant for... I probably mentioned this a little while ago. I had one written on Charles Oliveira, which was meant to... I was meant to do it for when he fought Makhachev for the second time, but obviously that fight never happened. I've had that script sitting in there for ages, half finished. So it's probably not as good as it could be. So whether I'll ever do that, I don't know. Aldo, bro, great shout. Of course. I feel like, yeah, I need a little slap in the face sometimes. That's a great idea. I'd love to do Jose Aldo. Could really weave in some of the Conor McGregor stuff in there. That whole narrative would be good fun. Yeah, I'd love to do. Aldo's definitely will be on there as well. You forgot Yaya, bro. You're Mexican. How can you forget Yaya? Redo it and release it for 300. That thought came across me today. Actually, I'm not too happy with the script though, because it's more my old style. So I don't know if I will. Maybe I will actually. That's a good shout. I don't know. Make a documentary of Joe Rogan for the years of his hair loss. Yeah, what? Tracking his balding decline. The tragic downfall of Rogan's hairline. Tragic downfall of Rogan, to be honest. He's a shit commentator now. All he does is glaze calf kicks, and that's it. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you. I'm going to head off. It's been really fun. And Again, stream will be again on Tuesday. I promise that. Tuesday and Sunday, I'm pretty locked in on, boys. John Anik, great shout as well, man. Yeah, Pulse 50-50. There you go. Close one, bro. So, yeah, appreciate you guys, Hells. I appreciate it, man. Western as you. DC, good shout too. I might do it on him. You guys, you give me great ideas here. Thank you, man. Thanks all of you. Yeah, stream on Tuesday. Might be one on Friday as well. I don't know. Definitely will be one for Sunday as well next week. We can talk about 299. We'll see what happens. Who knows? Maybe we'll have some new champions in there. We'll find out, man. Bisping's a good shout too. I'll definitely give it. I can't speak, boys. I'm going too quick. I'll give it some thought. Thank you. See you in the next stream. Enjoy the videos if you haven't seen them already, and go check out the podcast tomorrow when that uploads. Apologies again for it not being out today. If you don't know why, community post is there to give you some clarity. But thank you. See you boys next one.